BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. What in the hell? Are they sending out my notifications? I think I might be having. I don't know what the fuck. Are they sending out my notifications? This is crazy. Anyway, show gotta go. Anyway, so hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Obviously, we cannot have any roll call today. There's no roll to call. So it is gonna move on to everything else, and then we're gonna keep it pushing. What else, CeeLo King? Roll call ain't yet. Anyway, I was just making a joke and shit. Like, what the hell just happened? Anyway, real quick, let's give our appreciation to everybody that donated to the previous show. What up? Um, Shout out to N.O.R.E G with the $5 drop. Shout out to Shy Murder with the $2 drop. And then shout out to Bree Powell and Petty Wars with the $2.02 drop, which apparently is also I think her area code or some shit. So I mean the area code from DC. So shout out to that. Shout out to Zoe G with the $6.90 drop. She says that she also wants to be petty. Hashtag free 69. So salute to you guys. You guys are the best. I think I'm gonna start reading y'all comments from now on. Um, with all that being said, let's keep it pushing. Salute, CeeLo King. What up, Vix? We love Vix. Shout out to WGK. Shout out. I'm gonna call you LRS. Is that okay? Shout out to you. What up, DTSN? Real quick, some funny shit that I noticed, right? All right, so remember the other day, DJ Punch had came out and DJ Punch was talking about a particular situation in which he's having that revolves around him saying something regarding 6ix9ine in the song that went really really big, and 6ix9ine said "woo" in the song, and so when Punch was talking about the song, DJ Punch was talking about the song, he offended um Pop Smoke. So you know how I'm always saying, yo, look, I'm not no gang guy, right? Because I know I'm pretty sure I say shit that offend people because I know I'm gonna say things that offend people. I'm gonna offend everybody at some point, and if I haven't offended, um, uh, you know, a lot of a lot of different groups, then I'm not doing my job appropriately because my job is to say shit irregardless, is that even a word, regardless of what other people think about the information in which I'm disseminating. I'm still supposed to give that information. Like, it's not supposed to be some information and people be like, you can't say that because that's gonna, and then it's worth saying, and then I don't say it, I have to say it. So with that being the point, um on that interview that Punch had, one of the things that Punch said was is that he's not gang, but you know, some of his friends are, which, you know, yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're alive, you have friends that are a part of an organization. Just everywhere. So that's not a problem. That's not an issue. But the problem and the issue is you can't then talk about how somebody is a snitch, this and that. You'll never work with them because they're a snitch, but you're a civilian. Now, then when you get into the argument about the whole Wu thing, which is a gang thing, when you get into the argument about the whole Wu thing, how are you gonna argue with a gang member about, or somebody who has gang affiliations with that you're backing away from, about gang shit? So all that shit is weirdo shit. So I don't know how any of that. I don't understand any of that. That's just me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't understand any of that. So for everybody that don't know, that's the new beef that's going on with Pop Smoke and DJ Punch. That's the new beef that's going on with those guys. I don't know what side I'm on because I personally I think that DJ Punch has a right to believe that his guy started something. So if that's his perception, he has a right to be like, he has a right to big his guy up. You understand what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want to say, but he was around Tekashi at that time. So any positive stuff that Tekashi did at that time, he would want to have himself attributed to that or be a part of that, since he's also going to be a part of all the negative bullshit anyway, right? So you also want to be able to be a part of the positive shit. So I don't know. I personally think he has a right to say it. That's me though. I don't know like how anybody else feels about it. That's me. I think he has a right to say it. And I think Pop Smoke has a right to get offended. Um, at the end of the day, especially if you're saying something that's just factually incorrect. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why you don't want to back off of it is because of your opinion rather than because of anything else that might be factual. So I mean, I don't know. I can get behind that. I could get behind that. Just me, period. Anyway. What's up, Aaron? Aaron Jordan. He says, "What's good, Buffalo? Checking in. Shout out. Um, what up, Stay Wise? Um, no, I mean, see, this is the problem, right? I don't think Vic Star says I think Punch been talking way too much lately. I don't think okay, yes, he's been talking too much about certain things, right? But see, I think the whole problem and issue is from the perspective in which he's having these conversations. If he was having these same conversations as it was his platform and people were coming onto the platform speaking to him and he was having these same exact conversations, it would be a different optics. It'll look different, it'll feel different, it'll hit different. You understand what I'm saying? But since he's going on other people's platforms and then he's doing these things, it's having a negative, it's looking more negative than positive. If Punch says all of these things that Punch said, every single thing that he says, if he says it on his platform to a person that's a guest on his platform, it just looks different. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Um, Shout out to Joe Patton. He says, "Good morning, BB." In chat, Jack Frost. Hope everything is going well this morning. Just on the check in. Yeah, everything's going good, my brother. CeeLo King says, "Do either of them have the word trademark or copyright? And if not, they both gotta relax." I don't think it's about a word or a trademark or a copyright. It's just that's really they having a street argument, and the point is that Punch is saying he's not in the street. Do you understand what I'm saying? But they're having a street argument. So at this point, if somebody that's involved in it come out and say the thing, at this point, what do you're not involved in it. Like even if you right or wrong, it's not important. You're not even supposed to be part of that conversation. You just gotta let that guy go do what that guy's talking about. You feel me? You understand? That's my point. That's my point. If you can't understand no other point, that's my point. But initially, off of the rip, right? Or for the rip, he has the whole entire right to big his man up. Nah, this is my people shit. What are you talking about? Like, my man started that. Then when somebody come and correct them with actual factual shit, then you supposed to accept that. And then, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm still riding with my dude, but I don't notice all the shit. That's what you're saying it is. You feel me? Because when you're doing anything more than that, then you incorporate yourself into that lifestyle. Do you want to be incorporated into that lifestyle or not? But if you do, you can't then go on somebody's program and say that that's not your. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like it's some people are just confusing. I don't know no other way to put it. Anyway, shout out to them though, because that he does have a right to think that, and Pop Smoke got the right to be upset. That's just my opinion on it. People gonna say like I'm waffling or whatever, but I think I'm taking a really strong point when saying that we have a right to our own opinion, even if our opinion don't match the facts, and we find out later, then we could still prefer for our opinion to have been true, even though we acknowledge that the fact is. That's how I think about mad shit. I have to start explaining more so people can stop thinking I'm trying to strong arm people. I'm not trying to strong arm you in the conversation, man. I think I need to explain more because sometimes I think people just don't understand I'm sometimes I just don't think I'm clear. Notification didn't come, right? I know. We was in here with 17 people for a dumb long time. I know the notifications ain't come. It is what it is. Um, do I think a lot of these beefs are just for clout? Could be. Um, I'm happy that the Pop Smoke Casanova 2 times beef with the way that it did. That they both decided to just, you know what I'm saying, play it the way that they like do it the way that they did. Because see, this is something else that we got to take into consideration. This ain't the 90s no more. Like that template for having beef and then building a empire off of the beef, the template has changed. It doesn't work like it did in the 90s because the time is just different. Things are just different. If you didn't live in the 90s, if you wasn't outside in the 90s, I can't explain it to you. I'm just keeping it a whole stack. And this is coming from somebody who, when I tell you, if you wasn't outside in the 80s, I wasn't outside in the 80s. I ain't keep it a whole. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right. The 80s, if you wasn't outside in the 80s, you would never understand. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like I seen shit, but I wasn't in the shit. You know what I'm saying? You would never understand. When I tell you, if you wasn't you just wouldn't understand. And this ain't the 90s no more. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, every single thing that freaking Treyway is locked up for right now, if they did all of this shit in the 90s, this would be a different conversation. Besides the fact they wouldn't have phone cams or IG. But this would be a different conversation. The whole conversation about them will be different. I'm telling you. People was getting away with some wild shit in the 80s and 90s. This was a whole different a whole different time. Wasn't believe me, like there's reasons why people didn't have on tight clothes. You had to don't it was a reason. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, shout out to that. What's up? I see everybody pulling up. Lex BX, Brandon Hargroves. Who else we got up here? James Hodge, Jason Hodge, James S, Black Wolf. Salute. Stay wise. Salute. No, I just find that shit dumb funny. This shit, like when I be thinking, like on some real shit, on some super real shit. If they would have came out in the like, I don't know, like what kind of conflict or beef they would have had with other um record labels at that time. You understand what I'm saying? Because remember, Bad Boy was around and Death Row was around. Okay, so let's just be clear on that. I'm not saying they would have ran through those guys. I'm just saying doing all of these antics in the 90s, it would have just been different optics. Would have just been different optics. In the 90s, a lot of the shit they did would have flew. A lot of the shit that they got in trouble for in court would have flew. But that just goes to show you, no disrespect to the day and age, to the people that's now this generation. No, no disrespect to this generation, right? But that just these guys got that got the mentality from the 90s, the 80s generation. That's where their mentality is at. That's why it was, that's why you understand what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta understand, like back then the mentality was different. Like I don't know how to explain you. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain. I'm sorry to say, but it's hard for me to explain. But the mentality was just different back then. I don't want to say too much, but the mentality was different back then. These dudes that got caught up in that Treyway situation, they got that type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? They had to. Them dudes was getting busy everywhere. I don't know. I don't know no other way to put it. DSTN says, someone called Man on the Moon. I just tried to sub to my channel and don't make content trying to slander you. I hit him with his bags. Oh, somebody sub to you. That's probably what people were doing too. They subbing to y'all and then talking crazy about me. Yo, the man hours they are putting in. Well, we only down to 49 people here right now, so they winning. But the man hours that they are putting in is crazy. That really happened, DSTN? That's crazy. That's crazy. These people, somebody paying them. Yo, I'm starting to think I upset somebody big and they are paying people. Cause this is crazy at this point. Like really, like that. What he's just telling me really just happened. Lex BX says that somebody just did that to you just now too. I'm trying. This shit is crazy. Yo, this shit is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to discuss it. What can I do? Um, salute to the people that stay around. To the people that leave, salute to y'all too. I don't know what to tell you. Oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. What up, Patrick? In. I wonder how long they've been doing that. They probably been doing that. They've been probably doing that for weeks. Shout out to Black Wolf with the $10 drop. He said they really losing Frost. We got you. Appreciate you, my brother. Salute. Shout out to Black Wolf with the $10 drop. That's crazy. Yo, I'm really over here like, yo, that's crazy. Anyway, we gotta keep it going. I can't. What the fuck? That's crazy. Yo, like that's real mental disorder. Like, I'm not trying to laugh, but sometimes shit happen, and I think people think I'm supposed to be angry, but I be looking at shit like, who, how, me? Anyway, let's move on. That's probably why we don't got that. That's harassment. That's a whole fact. That's harassment. That's a whole fact. Yeah, but they do worse. They be threatening people, telling people they gonna tell their husband they cheating on them, and they was threatening to pull up on this one girl's job and this other girl's house, and they be threatening their lives and everything. They be sending me the screenshots and shit. So, I mean, what could I do? Anyway, what up, Patrick in Petty Wars? Petty Wars. Patrick in with the Petty Wars, the $10 and 1 cent drop, and no comment. He looking around the room. Oh man, Petty Wars. Yeah, I'm good, Cooley. Don't worry about it. Appreciate you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, people just mad at me. I don't know why they mad at me. It is what it is, though. Um, I think people be thinking I'll be upset sometime when I'm not upset. But I mean, what you gonna do, right? Um, Kenneth Walker said the hate is overwhelming. People just don't want to come up, so they don't want you to. Yeah. Well, some people can't. So let's just keep it obvious. Some people they might see. I don't know. I don't want to get into this conversation. Shout out to them. Um. So what was we talking about? We was talking about the whole punch situation, right? Shout out to him though. I think he got a right to think that way. Not for nothing. I just think that at the same time, um, if an actual person that's a part of a fraternity that knows what that means and knows what that stands for, say that you shout out the I was about to do the petty wars, but I looked at the amount. Is that also petty wars? Because did he just double the previous two donations? Shout out the Black Wolf with the dub drop. And then he got the ear. Oh, he's doing the oh shit. Did Black Wolf just do this? Black Wolf just did the freaking Hulk Hogan. Shout out to Black Wolf. All things question is also he's involved in the Petty Wars. Petty Wars with the $10 and 2 cent drop. Says shout out to the new black media. Salute. He did the he just did the freaking Hulk Hogan. He did the Hulk Hogan. Shout out to that Black Wolf. Um, so if somebody from an organization is coming to you saying, "Yo, that Woo thing it means something else," then I mean, let's just keep it a stack. You should just you're saying that you're not part of an organization. So how can you tell somebody in an organization what something means and what something doesn't mean? Get it? All right, hold on. I think I gotta wipe this camera. I don't know if it's that or the freaking No, the camera's fine. I think it focus. Yeah, like I'm not playing. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. When y'all try to see me, people try to get me on the phone talking crazy. You ain't gonna never get me on the phone talking crazy. Not never. Like I'm not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you feel me. So yeah, all right. Nah, you right. Somebody complain or arguing. Yeah, just agree with them. You right? Yeah, all right. Really? That happened? Oh wow, sorry you feel that way. Yo, I'm laughing, but you know what I'm saying? Like you treat people like that, then sooner or later people gonna just start reacting to you different. They gonna be like, he don't even care. What the fuck am I calling him, telling him some stupid shit? He don't even care. Like, yeah, okay, that's what you're saying. I ain't not a problem. That's it. What am I doing? I'm like, we 40, 50 miles, we 10, 15 miles away from each other. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna see you. What the hell? That don't even make sense. What up, Rio? Rio pulled up. Um, yeah, so that's just my thing. I think at this point you said what you said. Um, um, it being actual a fact that um 6ix9ine did say it in a song that was huge. That's facts. That's not a fact. I'm just saying if you don't know what it means if somebody is trying to come explain something to you and they part of an organization, you should be receptive. That's all I'm saying. But it is a fact that 6ix9ine said it in a song that was huge. That's like when one thing is right, so even if something else is wrong, you're gonna group all of that wrong stuff up and argue for everything just because it is one point being right. You understand what I'm saying? Remove that point. That point don't got nothing to do with none of that other stuff. Like when you start thinking like that, then you see through other people's bullshit easier. Because you'll be like, wait, that don't even matter. And they'll be talking to you, and they'll be telling you like they be doing the OG product. They're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of shit that don't got nothing to do with the conversation, and then you could focus and you could pay attention and only take out the parts that when the person is actually engaging in the actual conversation. Shout out to G's Up. Because that's why people start talking about shit that don't matter. They trying to confuse you. They trying to get you to think about a whole bunch of different shit that don't matter. So once you start talking to me about some shit, you bring up some shit that don't matter, I'm just gonna be sitting there like, wait, hold on. What's going on here? What's going on here? What's happening? Nah, we're not doing that. Um Yo, what y'all want to discuss? Ask me a question. What y'all want to discuss? This is open discussion. What y'all want to discuss? Yeah. Wait, you do which part all the time? The not listening to the bullshit part of the conversation or doing the distracting thing? Which part do you do before I salute you? before I give whatever the hell you're talking about a shout out? Which part are you saying that you do? I want to know that. Yeah, we could discuss the coronavirus. That's a whole fact. I thought y'all might want to discuss hip hop though. Oh, deductive reasoning. Yes, that's always a good. That's always a good thing. That chain better not get near the grill. That's a whole fact. DTS say that's your new thing now. He's been saying that every day ever since I said that about this dude Dizzy Chain. Um, which man to see thing are you talking about? A lot of shit be clickbait. Um, I don't know about the Faith Evans documentary yet. I don't know if we need a Faith Evans documentary. Why would we have a Faith Evans documentary? Before we have a Faith Evans documentary, we should probably have a Bad Boy documentary, just in general. That's what we need. We don't need a Faith Evans documentary. We need a Bad Boys documentary, or we need a Biggie or a Puff documentary. But we don't need a Faith Evans documentary. Whose idea was this? Whose idea was this? Super Bowl, I got Kansas City. Whose idea was this? Oh wow, the New York dudes jumped on him. I hope that did happen. I'm not trying to laugh at that. I hope he's doing good. I hope that did not happen. He just got out of jail. What are you talking about? Somebody jumped on him. He just, for everybody that don't know, that's Yandy Smith's husband. Man deceased. That's how you say his name. That's Yandy Smith's husband. He just got out of jail. Yandy Smith has been publicly advocating for people in jail and prisons and fair treatment and civil rights. I guess since he got locked up, I don't know if she was involved with it prior. You usually see her with Tamika Mallory. She'll be with Myson, and they'll pull up to places and they'll try to advocate for our civil rights. Shout out to all of them, by the way. Salute. You feel me? Um, with all of that being said, so he just got out of jail. Like he ain't been out a week. What do you mean the New York Goons jumped on him? Like what the hell? I hope that's a joke. Hope that's a lie. And if it's not a lie, I hope he's okay. Okay, that's what in the hell? He just got out. Like what the fuck, yo? How are you even outside? Have you seen Yandy? How are you outside? I would have got out of jail. They would have seen us for like a week. How are you even outside? The kids would have been in the hotel. Maybe we would have been in the hotel. I don't know, but I would not have been outside. What the hell? Have you seen Andy? Anyway, shout out to them. Let's hope that didn't happen. Let's just be clear on that. I met her personally too. Beautiful soul. They say he ratted to cut his time. Oh, I don't know. I'm not saying any of that. This is the chat. I'm trying to tell y'all we got the best chat in YouTube. I don't even know what's going on with this shit. But my fam know. Oh man, and we got people that want to get on the coronavirus conversation. I don't know if that happened. I don't know, but wow, that's what happened. I don't know. Oh man, no, they shouldn't change the NBA logo. If you're gonna change the logo to anything, you gotta change it to Jordan. But you can't change it to Jordan because then Jordan's gonna want to own the NBA or parts of the NBA because he owns that. So I don't know what you're gonna change it to, but no, they shouldn't change the logo. We shouldn't change the logo every time a tragedy happens. We shouldn't think, okay, we shouldn't make important decisions whenever anything bad happens, and we shouldn't make any important decisions when anything great happens. Never make any important decisions when anything too necessarily bad happen or something great happen because you're not in your right state of mind. Wait for yourself to level out before you make any life changing decisions. Wait for your shit to level out. It's a whole fact. Shout out to Mr. BK. It's top of the morning, my brother. Positive vibes. Positive vibes. Salute. Feel me? So yeah, you wait for yourself to even out. You feel me? Don't make no decisions when you're too happy or any decisions when you're too upset. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do that. I have not been covering the Troy Ave case. Has Troy? I haven't even heard of. I don't know what happened. Did they even start going to court? Because nobody is talking about Troy Ave at all. Yeah. So apparently this virus. Apparently, we could talk about this coronavirus. Um, see, this is the problem with Earth, right? This is the problem with Earth. We can't leave. So, like we can't take us and then, go to another planet. We can't leave. Get what I'm saying? So, I don't know what you're saying oops about. I don't even understand that. Positive vibes cancel the baguette. I'm one. I don't even know what that's supposed to say. So I don't know if you're trying to talk trash or not. So we have to make sure that we don't contaminate the planet to the point where we have to leave. Y'all want to know what the real threat of nuclear war is? Nuclear war is us over. They tricking us. It's not gonna be like Mad Max times. I'm always talking about Mad Max times every day now, but it's not gonna be like Mad Max times. When first of all, the nuclear fallout after they send 4 or 5 of those missiles and blow up in a couple of different countries, the nuclear fallout alone, it's I don't even think Chernobyl is still inhabitable. That shit happened like in the how many decades ago? So we can't go nowhere. And that's what people got to understand. That's the shit that's the most scary about the chance that one of these countries is going to use some weapon that's a biological weapon that's going to spread, and it's going to and destroy the world. And where did the biological weapon where did the coronavirus they're saying started at? It started in it's coming out of China. Aaron Jordan said that's a fact. Japan still have birth defects to this day. Did they find out where this coronavirus came from? No, I don't know. And if they told me, I don't know if I'd believe them. Just so we could be clear on that. It just started in China, and they know it started in China. That's what they're saying. It started from the outbreak. There's like 5,000 people that was they got whole entire cities that people don't come outside. You got to stay in your crib. Eating bats. I seen some. I can tell you some nasty stuff I seen on IG when they was eating some live rats. Like the rats was like the little baby rats. They couldn't even walk, and the guy was scooping it up with the thing and putting it in the sauce and letting it marinate in the sauce. And I think it was, oh, what in the hell are y'all doing? But I don't know what country that was. Let's hope that practice was just they was just trying to get clout. Let's just hope that's not really how they getting down over there. Let's just hope they was just trying to get clout. Um, ugh. Yes, I talked about the Lysol can and the coronavirus yesterday. Actually, I talked about the Lysol can saying that it kills the coronavirus. Yes, I've been talking about that. So yes, no, the coronavirus it's been around. This isn't nothing new. It's been around. That's how it has a name already. Yeah, that. Oh man, that's just I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it's not even the whole. It's like, all right, so this is the thing. When the coronavirus happened in China, remember what I told y'all the other day that apparently, allegedly, I seen somewhere where somebody said that Russia and China was gearing up for war. I don't know how true that is. I saw that somewhere. I told y'all about that a couple of days before the coronavirus. I think I told y'all. Did I tell y'all a couple of days before the outbreak became real big? I think the coronavirus was already out there, but I don't think it was being mentioned yet in media that really, China keeps everything in house. And I was telling y'all about something, and I said, this shit, it was actually it was Monday. I told y'all it was happening on Monday, and I told y'all about we was talking about Kobe Bryant, and I said some of the conspiracies that people might have, maybe they think that something happened because there's so much other shit going on in the world and they trying to distract us or whatever the case is. I'm not saying that though. Anyway, so on that live, I told y'all they have the situation that's going on that allegedly Russia and China and I think North Korea is already gearing up for war and in some cases nuclear war. So yeah, how about that? Now all of a sudden a virus breaks out in China. Really? That's how we doing it. As soon as one nuclear warhead goes up into the sky, we're all dead. So you don't think that this coronavirus exists, Mickey Broadway? You're saying that it's all propaganda? Mickey Broadway says it's propaganda. One of my close friends travel to China frequently, and he says China is beautiful. So a lot of times, I think media try to make China look crazy. First of all, I know some fine women that are actually what I consider to be crazy. So the fact that China is beautiful doesn't takes away from the fact that China can also be having some weird shit going on over there. I just want to throw that out. I just want to throw that out real quick. How attractive something is or isn't doesn't have anything to do with how crazy it is or isn't. Let's just be clear. I just want to be clear on that, Mickey, because I'm pretty sure China is beautiful. I'm pretty sure there's parts of every country that is beautiful. Yeah, nuclear war has never happened. I'm pretty sure they have some nice. They have nice places in China though, Brooklyn. They got some nice places in China. Because I've seen people take tourist pictures of being in China and stuff like that, and been in some nice places. Stop it. What do you think they doing over there? You think they riding dinosaurs and working in a rock pit, the rock quarry? That's what you think is happening over there in Brooklyn. They think they got fucking cars with no bottoms on it, and they only got his fucking their feet. Brooklyn is it's okay, man. China's not that bad, man. What the hell? Oh man, every country has beautiful spots in it. Oh man, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who live in China who don't hate living in China. Bro, is a funny dude, man. Oh man. Yeah, I heard that they like pissing in the pot and boiling the boiled eggs in piss. Like that's crazy. But you know, what do I know? What do I know? what, what do I know? Maybe that's like some new shit. It give you like, I don't know, they trying to get superpowers or something. I don't know what's going on over there. So shout out to the people in China that boil their eggs and piss. Are they special eggs? Like are these like ostrich eggs? I haven't seen these eggs. These special eggs? Are these like koala eggs? And yes, I know koalas are mammals. I'm just saying that'll really make those eggs special. The hell? Stephon Marbury, because Stephon Marbury is king out there in China though. That's a fact. I don't know what China is. Dude, that's why I'm laughing. That's why I said he thinks everybody works in a rock quarry. Mike Hawk Black said China isn't a third world country. He said laugh out loud, and I'm saying that's what I'm saying. He think people work in a rock quarry. Why do you think I've been laughing about for the last 5 minutes? Hong Kong, Hong Kong is not third world. Okay, there are parts of China that can be considered third world. I'm gonna assume, but just because you got parts is I don't know. I don't know what China is. So I was like, what do you think they doing over there in China? China is a world superpower with an army 3 times our size. That's a fact. China is a third. Pardon me. China is a world power, fam, with an army. Shout out to DSTN because he says China is a world power, fam, with an army 3 times our size. Not as far as people are concerned, Mike Hawk Black. China probably has as many people in their damn military as we have in America. They got the most people in China on the planet. You know what I'm saying? They don't even believe in birth. You talk about birth control over there, they gonna hang you. Birth control. I'm making jokes and shit because they actually have probably the most stringent birth control on the planet because they're only allowed to, I think, have like 1 or 2 kids or something like that. So China actually had a problem at one point where they had too many men, because a lot of people were actually killing their newborn daughters because they know that they were only able to have a finite amount of kids, and your son is going to be able to go work and help the family, while your daughter's going to be married off and leave. You understand what I'm saying? And leave you and your wife, or you and your husband, to have to fend for yourselves when y'all get old. But a son, you could have somebody take care of you. So they actually had a problem quite some time back, where that's probably why they have that. That's probably why they have that damn place where all the men is killing themselves, not for nothing. I'm keeping that suicide forest. What I'm telling y'all is real talk. And what I'm telling y'all is real talk. And you are only allowed to have one kid. So that was a joke that I made, but I have to explain the joke before somebody think that I don't know what I'm talking about. so that's how big, that's how many people they have, that they have to put a limit on how many kids you can have. Believe me, they have the largest army. I don't know what to tell you. We spend more money on military. That's a fact. But as far as physical bodies go, China has the largest. Yeah, guns are big over here. Wait, you mean guns are big over in America, not in? Y'all don't even got guns up there. You know what? You know what? You know what? Canada uses as weapons. When they show up the war, you ever watch the movies? You ever watch the movies where they show up to the battlefield and you see one army show up and then the other army show up like that? One army got weapons, the other army is Canada. You know what they got? They got them hobo sticks with white flags. So the whole army shows up. And they all got sticks with white flags on the end, and they waving them shits in unison. That's what Canada got. Shout out to Canada. Yeah, nobody don't want no problems with China. That's why they ain't warming with nobody. They don't want problems with China. They have the most people. Imagine if China decided to do what Japan decided to do and just say, you know what, we're just gonna kamikaze every damn thing. They have the most people. What up, D? No love, salute. They have the most people. Dude, nobody wants problems with China. The only person that wants problems with China is Trump. That's it. He probably had a business deal he didn't like. So now he want the whole country gone. Nobody wants beef with China except for Trump. All other politicians cater to China. Nobody don't want beef with China. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Tap. That's right. You're right, my brother. This is North America. Salute. You that's right, my brother. You 100% right. You 100%. Nobody don't want no. Dude, just look at political process that's been going on. Just look at the political process that's been going on. Because I'm making fun of his army with the white flags. Pay attention to how the political processes is always going down. These politicians, they don't want no smoke with China. They don't want no beef with China. Whenever they're talking about trade relations, who are they always talking about trade relations with? China. What you talking about? Every time, every time they talk about like some kind of trade thing going on, with the exception of the whole NAFTA deal, because that came up, that was a terrible deal. That's neither here nor there. But that's the North American Freedom of Trade Act, NAFTA. So with the exception of whenever they talk about China, they talk about trade with China, and we have a big problem as far as companies in America, because a lot of companies in America get their stuff manufactured in China. So that's why trade to China is important. China is very important to the American economy. Don't let people fool you, man. We're like, what the? Do y'all know what's going on? Yes. I'm not saying why it is. I'm saying that it is. Look, I don't want any world war. So I don't care who don't want smoke with who. Why don't we all not want smoke with each other? That's the win. Um, hey, what up, Liberty? I need 1 second. 1 second. The fuck is he talking about? Man on the moon. Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, so apparently we got this dude. What's the guy's name that's subscribing to everybody, if you don't mind me asking? Apparently, we got this dude that's subscribing to everybody just so they can tell them to stop coming to this channel. So salute to y'all. I mean, like I said, I don't know. Hey, shout out to James S. Yes, I mean, I don't know Kevin M. I hope it's the show for a great start to the day. That's a whole fact. Oh, Man on the Moon is Moon on the Moon. That's the guy's name. Yeah. So anyway, so there's some dude named Moon on the Moon that's gonna be contacting you. Moon on the Moon, Man on the Moon, whatever his name is. He's gonna be contacting you at some point to tell you how to stop engaging in BBN. So I just want everybody to know. Shout out to that guy. That I don't know. Like, this shit's crazy. Like that's crazy. Think about that for a minute. Think about the hate. Like, wow. Well, the virus is causing a number of different problems besides just the economy, but yes, I could see how it could cripple the economy. Think about China is very important to a lot of Patrick N said he subbed to me as soon as I donated. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. Everybody that donates to the channel, you're gonna be getting contacted every single time you donate because they're gonna try to convince you to stop donating to the channel. So anybody that donates to the channel, they're gonna be contacting you. They might threaten your life. They might threaten your family. They're gonna tell you everything they could think of. They're gonna say I killed people. They're gonna say I mess with kids. They're gonna say I do drugs like crack on heroin, or I don't know. They're gonna say I am a serial killer. They're gonna say shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know that they're gonna contact you. They're gonna I don't know what else they can say. I used to be a stripper. I did porn. I don't know what they're gonna tell you, but whatever it is, they think that they're gonna be able to convince you to not deal with me. That's what they're gonna tell you. Oh, and also, my apologies. Shout out to Prince to Amir with the $10 drop this morning. Appreciate you, my brother. Let's hit him with a shout out to Prince to Amir. Salute. Appreciate you. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. He said, "I wish a MF award." Laugh out loud. Yeah, so they're gonna be contacting you with various different names, saying various different things. These dudes work overtime. The shit is retarded and it don't make any sense. But you know what you gonna do? Can't stop people. Shout out to Vix. Shout out to Vic Star with the $35 drop. Appreciate you, baby girl. We love Vicks. Did I call Monica Kendra Whitehead out yesterday? I think I did. I don't know, but I'm just telling you what is going on. They are literally talking to people, telling people that their whole plan is to stop me from, like, yo, we want to stop him from getting to the, like, that's their whole thing, is trying to make it like their whole thing, like, shit is crazy. Like if you, I'm not even gonna go into it. It's just crazy. Shout out to did I say shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $2 drop? Yeah, I did. Shout out to Brooklyn 456 with the exclamation mark. Shout out to that. You got an exclamation mark in your name with the $2 drop. He said, if they not hating, you not great. Appreciate that, my brother. Anyway. So what we make, thank you, Brad Hauser. But not everybody, Brad Hauser says we make our own opinions. Not everybody makes their own opinion. But like I said, we have like the best community in YouTube, so I'm not really concerned about you guys. But I do want to give you that heads up. That's crazy. I really got to stop opening up IG. Wait, what? Shout out to Patrick in with the $5 drop. He said, for Man on the Moon, Satan in them. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. Oh man. They pissed now. Yo, they pissed now. Oh man. Oh man, they pissed right now. Now they kicking their cats. They punching the air, doing all types of weird stuff. They just walking down. They walking past people on the street and knocking their coffee over. Like people just walking out of their business, and they're just walking past people, just knocking their coffee over. Ah, get out of here! Like, God dang it, you mad now? Anyway, yo, okay, so real quick, I'm gonna tell you guys some funny shit. So I was watching, uh, um, so I was watching Family Guy. Like, I think I got it on DVR because I DVR everything. Cause I don't really watch anything when it comes on. So I was watching Family Guy the other day, right? So there was a point where Lois gets arrested, right? They think Lois did something. I forgot what it was. So Lois is getting arrested. Lois is in the back seat of the car. He's talking to homeboy in the wheelchair. What's homeboy in the wheelchair name? I can't remember off the top. I'm laughing so hard and shit. So he talking to this dude in the wheelchair, right? So it gets to a point where he just starts saying jokes. He just starts saying anything funny that comes to him. And I'm busy there watching this shit, laughing at the jokes that he's saying. And I'm like, I do that same shit. Joe Swanson, that's it. I'm like, I do that same shit. We'll be talking about something, and I'll get to a point, and then I just be thinking of like shit that I think is funny, and I just start running them shits off. I was like, I do the same thing. And I thought about that when Joe was like, okay, just one or two more jokes. I was like, I do that same shit. Shout out to that. um okay, Mike Hawk Black said, I have a serious question. Why do people donate to YouTube content creators? Don't we have hungry people in the street, people that need housing? Why don't you donate to charities that help people? Okay, so when you go and you turn on your cable, you pay the cable provider, right? There's a person that you pay in order to get cable, right? Like right now, you're on your phone, your cell phone, right? Why are you on your cell phone? Why don't you take that cell phone money and donate that to a charity? Why are you even gonna have a cell phone? There's people that can't eat. What are you doing with a cell phone? Why are you even spending your time watching a YouTube channel anyway? Because there's homeless out there that you could be helping right now. Why are you doing that? Oh, because entertainment is also a part of life, and so is information. So people like to have a platform available for them to be able to get information from, and also for them to be entertained at. And people who appreciate things that other people are doing also like to support those things monetarily. So therefore, people donate to a channel, any channel on YouTube that they might actually like, because they want that channel to survive and stay around, because they might see that channel as a place where they could either get information from, or they could also get entertainment from. That's why the best thing that anybody could do whenever they have a YouTube platform is to try to build a strong community. Because the strong community, as soon as you ask that question, they knew your future. You want to know what happened? Scroll up and look after I started talking to you about this bullshit. You seen two people throw bags. You want to know why? You want to know why? You want to know why? Because somebody is about to get hit in the face with all of their bags. First, shout out to Mickey Broadway with the $5 drop. He said, get BBN on the major network. Second, can we get some bags for Mike Hawk Black? Can we get some bags for that dude? Immediately, he needs all of the bags to the face. Also, while we was going through that, shout out to Susan Bortz Pradell with the $10 drop. She said, if only they put as much energy into something positive, they might get paid. That's a whole fact. I'm laughing over here. Shout out to that guy. That guy was man on the moon, by the way. That guy, he was man on the moon, by the way. Dino Love with the $2 drive says F Cable, Verizon, Optimum, T-Mobile, BBN the network. Salute. Let's get it. What the hell is wrong with this guy? I'm not necessarily the one to try to put on the spot. Wait, hold on. Was that a good explanation? You think that was a good explanation? You think that my explanation really wasn't that good? Really, I didn't really clear it up that much. Good explanation. I didn't really clear it up that much. I'm curious what y'all guys think. He needed all the bags. YouTube needs to just be like, hey, we got a guy running around trying to tell people to stop supporting channels. YouTube needs to just give him his bags. He tried to log on to YouTube in general. They'd be like, we don't want you. Bounce. YouTube need to tell him just like that. And then have a bag fly right towards the screen. Bam! Lex said, look, Mego, pay attention to Mego. Pay attention. What did I tell you? Every time we kick somebody, that somebody be like, hey, I just got here. like, every time we hit somebody, hold on, I want to read Lex BX comment. But hold on. Every time we hit somebody with bags, somebody else always pops up and say, hey, I'm new here. I never been here before. Or, hey, I just walked in here. What's happening? Like we throw them out and they come back with like the goggles with the mustache. And they come back to the door like, hey, what's going on here? I've never been here before. Can I come in? Like, what in the hell? Lex BX says his name was Salty. His name was in the donation, but wasn't the one receiving the donation. Oh man, yo. Oh man. Oh man. What up, Kush Supreme? Yes, I was actually making lots of jokes about Dizzy the other day. Like I make jokes, right? I was making a ton of jokes the other day because he did some shit that was sideways. We're not having this discussion though, and I don't want no beef. But if you come in here and try to derail my show, I'm just gonna kick you and hit you with your bags. I'm just letting you know. And it don't got nothing to do with nothing else. Brad Hauser said they need to take lessons from Frost to grow the channel, not the hate. Well, they're pretty good at making channels, at giving channels problems. So I don't know. Maybe if they decided to do different, they tried to do different. Nah, I didn't never get hit with a bag. I also haven't had my bag stolen. So Cushionit Supreme said, "Them jokes is how Dizzy almost hit you with your own bag." And I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I haven't been getting hit with no bags, and they also haven't been getting stolen. Shout out to that though. Salute to him though. I don't even dislike the guy, by the way, but you know, I just didn't give him an interview. You shouldn't be mad about that. Like you don't got to be interviewed by BBN, man. Patrick N says swinging bags like you're trying to kill that one damn fly in the house. Oh man. All right. So what was we talking about before we got sidetracked and started talking our shit? What was we talking about? I think we was talking about the coronavirus. I don't even know how we got to this conversation. Um, we was actually we was actually talking about the coronavirus. Um, Shout out to the Crips, by the way. Shout out Hybrid, but shout out to the Crips, by the way. I'm actually been a part of a documentary that we were actually shooting where we was it was a documentary having to deal with Nipsey Hussle. It's not for the BBN channel. It's just I'm helping some people from Europe shoot it. So yeah, shout out to the Crips. It's so fact. Stop time to keep them chains away from the heat. Yeah, that's a whole fact. Yo, Patrick N said. Patrick N said he said the bag is like both of ours. We just keep it at your house. Patrick is funny as shit, yo. Yeah, yo, that bag is both of ours. We just keep it at your. That's funny. But we're not talking about Dizzy. Could we please not? Shout out to Dizzy. Salute to Dizzy. All right. Um, if I'm somewhere, somebody pull out a gun on me and want my bag, I'm probably gonna give my bag up too. What are you gonna do? All right, let's just keep it a stack. Let's just keep it a stack. Him getting robbed don't make him no less of a man. Let's keep it a stack. They had a gun on him, and they had him outnumbered. What you gonna do? They had a gun on him, and he was outnumbered. What is he gonna do? And he was with one guy that he himself said was homosexual. And I think he did. I'm not sure. He said the gay guy went to the police. That's what I believe he said. I could be wrong. And the lady was there, so he had people with him there. I don't know. Yeah, some people get robbed. You people don't got no gun. You ain't get knocked out. No nothing. They just run up on you and be like, "Yo, give me a bag," and they be like, "Oh, here, kind sir." And the people don't got no gun, no nothing. They had a gun on him. They had him outnumbered and everything else. I don't even really think it's a situation where he should be like, "I got punked." Personally, so I don't even know why he feel the way he feel about it. He mad at me for saying that they. I don't know. Shout out to that. Um, what am I gonna do? Let's talk about something else. Because quite honestly, I don't have anything against the guy. But also, I got to be mindful of the people that I have come on the program and people that they might have beef with, because I want to invite everybody on, but I can't invite people on that's going to come on and say some weirdo shit and then get me caught. I'm not trying to get caught up in none of y'all arguments. I'm not trying to get caught up in none of y'all beefs, none of y'all arguments. And I'm not talking about the people I know at this point. I'm just talking about people out there in general that might try to come on the platform and disrespect people I know and try to make it seem like I'm like, if you're just gonna come on and do your shit, come on, do your shit. But don't come on the platform to try to. Didn't I hang up on Snow for trying to do that? Wait, hold on. We've hit people with their bags, haven't we? Hold on. We've hit people with their bags for coming on the show and trying to talk shit about other people, haven't we? That's a whole fact. Because I hang right up on you. I don't care. Somebody says, the guy was his assistant. Is how if you have an assistant, don't you know what your assistant is doing pertaining to the damn company? But I mean, whatever, it is what it is. I don't got nothing to say about whatever. I'm not trying to drag him today. I said what I said the other day. I'm not gonna try to drag him today. And I want to think about funny shit about other stuff, but I can't think about funny shit concerning that. Just so we can be clear. I can't make jokes about that shit for the next hour. Just so we could be clear. Brad Hauser asks, I just can't say that word. Asks, okay, Brad Hauser has a question. He says, you think the coronavirus is gonna hit USA hard? I think that if they don't get the coronavirus under wraps, it's gonna hit the whole world hard. They said over 5,000 people in China. That's an epidemic. Now they saying that people got it in other countries. Like, let's talk about some real shit. Now they saying that people in other countries are acquiring it one way or the other. A situation has just been created where people can realistically say we got to close our borders. No planes in, no planes out. No boats in, no boats out. No Congress in, no Congress out. No Congress in, no egress out. Congress is the enter, egress is the leave. Anyway, Vic Star says they have declared a global epidemic. Yeah. Pandemic. So this is something that can hit the whole world hard. And you got people dedicating their time to trying to destroy the BBN channel. It just goes to show you why we lose. That's why we lose. We should be focusing on how we're gonna, tighten and strengthen our communities for multiple different reasons. We can physically own the blocks we live on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we can physically own that property. All we have to do is decide that we're gonna stay in that community. And then take steps like building said community up. So when there is a situation like we got some kind of weird ass virus happening, we can know what's going on with our neighbor, so it don't spread to us. It don't spread to that 8-9 blocks over there, because them motherfuckers, don't deal outside like that. They got wildfires in China in Australia. They got some kind of global problem broke out in China. Now it's in freaking Canada. It's in another country besides Canada also. That's wild. Stay Wise said that shit is in the vaccines. So is that shit only in American vaccines? Because now then that brings a whole new that lends to the I gotta plug this shit in. That lends to the idea of what I was speaking about the other day. That lends to the idea of what I was speaking about the other day and what I was talking about today. When I say China, Russia started gearing up for war, now all of a sudden, freaking a disease breaks out, a virus breaks out in freaking China, and you trying to tell me that there's a good chance that we've been inoculated from it? Vic Star says some are confirmed in UK and hundreds in quarantine. Liberty Hazelton said that they have a case 25 miles from him in Lawrence, Kansas. Stay Wise says, got a bowl. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to say, so I'm not going to repeat it. Yo, what up, Mr. Showtime? Haven't seen you in a long time. Patrick N says, I've been saying that for years. Never had the flu until I got a flu shot. Greedy Pez says, I'm nervous because I'm a transplant patient. I walk with a mask everywhere I go. Wow. Well, first, we're happy to still have you here with us. Shout out to Greedy Pez for still being here. Yeah. Walk with a mask, homie. Rio Martinez says, my son is doing just fine, progressing like a baby should. Took him for shots. All of a sudden, he dropped. He stopped trying to talk. I believe I'm going to show y'all something real quick about vaccinations. We've actually covered it on the BBN before. Once again, I try to tell you, we covered a lot of. Wait, hold on. We covered a lot of shit on the BBN that I think some of y'all just don't know we covered, so you don't know to go look for it. But we covered vaccinations on a show with hold on. Look, only five, not even 500 people seen the show. We covered vaccinations. Not even 500 people watched it though. But we covered vaccinations. I had a nurse actually pull up, and she explained to us some of the things that happens. And she says something that we have to understand is the hospitals in our communities get the bullshit vaccinations. The hospitals in our communities don't get they get the old vaccinations, the ones that might be inert, the ones that might not work, the ones that might have problems with it. And the way that they know the different vaccinations from each other is that they all got like a unit number or some shit like that. So they all have like a unit number, item number or some shit like that. So they know which ones is old, new, contaminated, good, better than or whatever. And they send the best vaccinations to certain places, and they send the okay vaccinations and you should have threw that in the garbage vaccinations to other places. And that's actually what the problem might be with a lot of the vaccinations that is given. Not that the vaccinations are bad, it's just that they given certain communities bad vaccinations in general. So that's actually what the nurse described. She actually, I think she left the practice she was at, and she started. She was actually a what's in the nurse? She was a blood doctor. I forgot what you call it. A hemoglobologist. I forgot what you call it. Hold on, what you call a blood doctor? hemptologist. Yeah, she was whatever the fuck that is. I don't know how to say the word, but yeah, she dealt with she studied blood, so that's what she was. Patrick N says, medicine, big business, man. They can't have everybody walking around well. That's a fact. Uh, the won't make money and lose jobs. Similar to the government bringing drugs into the inner city, that probably wouldn't have made it. No, that's a whole fact. That's why, real quick, so we can talk about something. Just so we can hit on something in your comment. That's why I'm upset at the CEO Chris situation, because CEO Chris was bringing drugs where there probably wasn't even that many drugs at, and over flooding that particular area with drugs, now creating more junkies, and he's doing this at the behest of the police, and that's why I'm against that. You understand what I'm saying? That's wrong, and that's how they destroying our communities, because they going after this gang over there or that organization over there, and they got to make those guys commit crimes or get those guys in the act of committing crimes in order for them to be arrest them, and then get them in the act of committing crimes. They have to sometimes help them commit those crimes. That's my beef. Anyway, um, yeah, big business, money, big business. They don't want everybody well. Yeah, they have to allow for people to be sick. How are you gonna? Big pharma runs things. People gotta be sick. What are you talking about? But they not getting us sick. They getting us sick through our food. So that's what's actually causing a lot of our ailments. It's the shit that we eat. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's actually what's causing a lot of our problems. Shout out to Mr. Dap with the $10 drop. He said half of the mofos worried about coronavirus don't leave the house. Hate on BBN, but stay eating random thoughts posteriors proudly. Y'all need to worry about E. coli. My word. Hashtag peace to the gods on earth. That's a whole fact. Salute. Peace to the gods and the earths. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Um, but that's what they doing nowadays. You understand what I'm saying? Just in general. But you are right. A lot of the people worried about the coronavirus isn't gonna come in contact with it. That's a whole fact. It's even gonna be in a situation where they might accidentally come in contact with it. That's a whole fact. Can't even lie. Well, first of all, okay, so we're having this discussion, and I'm gonna tell you right now, what's getting us sick is the food. That's one. We're eating food that ain't real. First of all, when you start putting the damn herbicide or whatever it is, the pesticide, pardon me, when you start putting the pesticide in the actual seed and then planting the seed, you can't tell me that we're getting the same product coming out of that seed. If that makes any sense. I say that again. When you start taking the seed, putting pesticides in the seed, then planting that seed, you can't tell me that that seed, we're getting the same type of product out of that as we would have gotten a seed that you didn't, manipulate. You can't tell me. So we're not eating good food. You understand what I'm saying? The food that we're eating is so fake and manipulated. When I was a kid, I used to be like, yo, how is this shit even possible that all of these McDonald's exist? How many cows are on the planet? Do they got like a whole separate planet where they just got cows? Like, how is this possible? And then I got older. I learned about the pink slime. I learned about the different things that they're doing. I believe there was a period in time where the Wendy's, I don't know how true this is, but the Wendy's CEO had to actually admit that they have horse meat in Wendy's hamburgers. I'm not 100% sure on that. Look that up, but I believe that that did happen a while back. Yeah, lab made meat. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not even putting stuff in our body that is good most of the time, and it's we don't. What are we gonna do? I meant to hook it up, and then every time. Oh God, gee. Hold on. I want to show you something.
Good morning. Good morning. All of the beautiful and handsome BBN family.
Shout out to Vix for making that for us. And yes, that is gonna start being on our channel. That's our new. That's gonna be added to morning coffee. The subsequent morning coffees after this one. You already know. Shout out to Mr. Dap, with the $5 drop. He said, and for the record, the Asian person at the convenience store isn't Chinese. They are 90% Korean, so leave them alone. Carry on. Ah, good point. Like, because we have a bad habit of anybody that we see Asian, we think that they're Chinese. I wonder how people feel. Like, you know damn well you ain't Chinese, and you go to some country and they're like, hey, this is a Chinese guy. And you're just like, mother, you know, we've been warring with these guys for the last 6 centuries. And you talking about me? What up, Bronx Bread? What up, Rule? Yeah, I believe it was a while. Hold on, I got a phone right here. I could just check. I like that good morning shit, though. We got to add that. That's a whole fact. What was I looking for again? I started thinking about some other shit. I can't open IG. Wendy's CEO admits horse meat. This was a long time ago. I don't know. Oh, is it fake? Hold on, we checking to see if this is fake. Yeah, so somebody, whoever put the story out, they saying that it's fake. So that might not be real. Y'all could go back to eating Wendy's. But I wanted to make sure I checked that because I didn't want nobody to be like, yo, we heard that Wendy's hot meat thing on. But I don't know who these got. Snope says it's fake. All right, so hold on. We're going to go to this CNN so we can see real quick where the idea came from. This is CNN now. So maybe it got something basis in reality. We don't know. High stakes lawsuit overlapping investigations in a bitter battle over blame are spreading across Europe in the wake of a scandal that rocked the meat industry. Horse meat was discovered in products that were supposed to be 100% beef sold in Sweden, the United Kingdom, and France. On Sunday, a major company under scrutiny called one of the suppliers a villain responsible for the fraud. The supplier, in turn, insisted it was fooled by the supplier. While authorities say that there is no immediate cause for health concerns, the discovery was a new shock to an industry already reeling from the bombshell last month when Irish investigators found horse and pig DNA in numerous hamburger products. All right, so that's probably where this carried over from. I don't see anything else regarding. All right, so that's probably where that carried over. You go back to eating Wendy's. We love Vicks. Somebody said that. I was just repeating Deshaun Ragsdale. Shout out to Deshaun Ragsdale. Salute. Um. That means that you're not, your account didn't re up. Deshaun Ragsdale. That means your account didn't re up. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't take it off of you. That wouldn't necessarily make any sense. That would be hustling backwards. So I didn't do it. I need to check something real quick. 2 seconds. Nah, I don't got no choice. I gotta fix this. I already know who it is though. Just a misunderstanding. Um. So yeah, involving the coronavirus, that's a big issue. I think that we're gonna have to see what happens, but that's a really big, that's a global problem. Like they need to go get the Fast and Furious guys together or some shit. To figure out what they're gonna do. Send them guys to go do a heist or something. I don't know, but like yeah, this is a global problem. You understand what I'm saying? What up, crypto? Well, okay, so over in China, they have a festival every year where they actually do eat dog meat. They kill hundreds of dogs and eat them. There's an actual festival in China once a year. I forgot what the name of the festival is. That's a fact. The Lynchy and Dog Meat Festival is an annual celebration held in Yulin, some other place, China, by the Chinese during the summer solstice, in which a festival goers eat dog meat and lynchies or whatever that is. The festival began in 2009. It spans about 10 days, during which an estimated 10,000 to 15,000 dogs are consumed. They're eating between 10,000 and 15,000 dogs. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to Mego. Mego, that was the person I was calling out earlier. Shout out to Mego. Hey, I remember you now, Mego. Salute. I now when you donate the pictures bigger, I remember you now. It says work won't slow down long enough to chat. So I'm out for now. Happy Friday, everyone. Have a good weekend, Frost and friends. Appreciate you. Mego with the $10 drop. Appreciate you. Think I remember your name now. That's kind of effed up. I remembered it under circumstances. But yeah, I think I remember your name now. That's a whole fact. I needed to see the picture. I saw the picture up closer. I can't eat Chinese anyway. I mean, I can. I just can't eat Chinese from the people in my neighborhood. It's a long story. It's actually pretty good. I got into an argument with them. Well, I didn't get into an argument. Anyway, it's a long story. I didn't want to get into it. Shout out to them. Their food is actually good. Mr. Dap says, yeah, if you eat Chinese food, you definitely ate dog meat. It's like and liked it and got seconds. You know what? We're not gonna read no more Mr. Dap comments for a minute while he's trying to tell the whole entirety of us that we have been eating dogs. Shout out to Mr. Dap. What up, Teasy? Shout out to Teasy with the 2.99 drop. He says dogs ain't so bad, them ribs be slamming. We're gonna also not be reading any of Teasy's future comments for a couple of minutes. So shout out to you two guys. Big Hats is talking about General Sal's cat, so he's also gonna be not red. Anybody else? Anybody else? Oh man, you guys is crazy. Anyway, anything else we want to discuss besides the coronavirus? What time it is? We gotta pull up somewhere today. Like I told y'all, we need to start getting the shows to an hour and a half. I can't be doing them 2-3 hour shows that just encroaches on too much of the rest of the day. So in order for me to start being able to push out more videos like I've been trying to do. I pushed 2 videos out yesterday, right? One of those videos I had to do the audio like 5 times. The shit was retarded. I got Kansas City. Mahomes ain't nothing to play with, man. And besides that, they have like probably the fastest wide receivers ever in wide receiver corps ever. No, we're not cat poor Stu. We're not doing that. I have no idea when the Troy Ave trial is anymore. I don't hear anybody talking about it. Okay, so I'm just in general. I'm not reading any of the comments anymore. So shout out, and Dover Mint. It's a Dover Min. So I'm not reading any of the comments anymore. Salute to y'all guys. You guys are the best. You are also disgusting. Um, that's how that happened. So we're gonna call it a day, right? I think that we need to start just being a little like serious shit, serious shit. I think that we need to start being a little bit more let's stay strong and let's not lose sight of whatever our individual goals might be in life. But just because you have individual goals, that doesn't mean that you can't have goals that also fall in line with a collective. So let's pay attention to our individual goals in life, but also let's take into consideration that in order to be in a group, you have to have similar interests and you have to have similar goals. That helps. So let's also do that, and let's be understand that the people who are our friends in our lives, they do a lot of good for us. They help us out, and we should always also be supportive of them. And also, let's say this is so we could be clear. Stop assuming people should know what you mean. Sometimes just tell people what it is. All right, just tell people. Like I'm just saying, like you know how just sometimes just tell people what it is. All right, especially a person who has been trying to tell you what where they're at, and you just tell people what it is. Like too many games was already played. There's no certainty. Anyway, with that being said, no games was played. I want to take that comment back. With that being said, I love y'all. Everybody have a beautiful day. Do what you need to do. Let's be productive out there. Let's go be great. This is Friday. Um, you pulling up to tonight's show tonight. I might have a surprise, a good surprise. Might have a really really good surprise. Hopefully, I can have somebody come through. I don't want to say who it is because I don't know the possibility of it yet. But hopefully, we'll be able to have somebody come through and fill us in on a couple of things, and we can have some positive and send some good wishes to an individual who currently is incarcerated. We could hopefully send some good wishes through them. So we'll see if the person will be able to make it onto the channel, and we'll see what happens. But besides that, everybody go be great. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.